The idea of the rule of law is one of the most important principles in modern legal and political thought. It is a concept that ensures that no person, institution, or government is above the law, and that laws must be applied equally, fairly, and consistently. The roots of the rule of law can be traced back to ancient civilizations, but it has developed most prominently in democratic societies where justice, accountability, and equality are considered fundamental values. At its core, the rule of law means that power must be exercised according to established legal rules, not according to the whims or personal preferences of rulers. In history, the absence of this principle often led to tyranny and abuse of authority. Kings and emperors who ruled by decree could punish or reward subjects at will, without any regard for justice or fairness. Over time, thinkers, reformers, and citizens demanded systems of governance in which laws, rather than individuals, held the highest authority. The Magna Carta of 1215 in England, for instance, is often regarded as a landmark in the development of the rule of law, as it restricted the arbitrary power of the king and recognized certain rights of the people. In modern democracies, the rule of law performs several essential functions. First, it protects individual rights. Citizens are guaranteed that they cannot be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Second, it provides stability and predictability. When people know that rules are consistent and fairly applied, they can plan their lives and businesses with confidence. Third, it restrains the government, ensuring that those in power remain accountable to the people and subject to legal limits. However, the rule of law is not just about the existence of laws. It is also about the quality of those laws. A society where laws are unjust, discriminatory, or vague cannot truly claim to uphold the rule of law. Legal scholars argue that laws must be clear, publicized, stable, and applied evenly. They must protect fundamental rights and must be enforced by independent institutions. Courts, therefore, play a crucial role in safeguarding the rule of law by interpreting and applying legal provisions impartially. A judiciary that is independent of political influence is vital to ensuring that justice is not compromised. Another aspect closely linked with the rule of law is the principle of equality before the law. This means that every individual, regardless of wealth, status, or background, is subject to the same legal standards. When powerful individuals or groups are treated more favorably than ordinary citizens, the legitimacy of the legal system is undermined. History shows that corruption, favoritism, and selective enforcement of laws weaken the trust of citizens in the justice system and can eventually destabilize society. The rule of law also extends to the idea of access to justice. It is not enough to have fair laws and impartial judges. Citizens must also have the practical ability to approach the courts and seek remedies when their rights are violated. Legal aid, awareness programs, and simplified procedures are necessary to make justice accessible to all, especially to the poor and marginalized. Without such measures, the legal system risks becoming an exclusive privilege for the wealthy and educated. In recent years, globalization and technological change have introduced new challenges for the rule of law. Issues such as cybercrime, data privacy, environmental protection, and international terrorism require legal frameworks that go beyond national boundaries. Countries must cooperate to establish standards and enforce rules that address these complex problems. At the same time, domestic legal systems must evolve to balance security with liberty, and innovation with regulation. The rule of law remains a guiding principle in resolving these tensions, reminding policymakers that restrictions must be lawful, necessary, and proportionate. Democracies across the world face constant tests of their commitment to the rule of law. Political polarization, populism, and misinformation sometimes encourage leaders to bypass institutions or disregard legal limits. Civil society, media, and vigilant citizens play an essential role in holding governments accountable. Ultimately, the strength of the rule of law depends not only on written constitutions or statutes but also on the culture of respect for law among citizens and officials alike. In conclusion, the rule of law is more than a legal doctrine. It is the foundation of a just and stable society. It ensures that power is exercised responsibly, rights are protected, and justice is available to all. It demands not only the presence of laws but also their fairness, clarity, and impartial application. The principle that no one is above the law serves as a shield against tyranny and a guarantee of equality. While challenges will continue to emerge in an ever-changing world, The rule of law will remain the cornerstone upon which free and democratic societies are built.